Hey everyone, Josh here from Liberseed. This is it. This is the start of a transformation of a homestead in Lithuania. I'm someone from London. I moved to Wales in the UK. We went to a little bit more rural area than like City of London because that's pretty crazy and busy. And then now we've moved to Lithuania and we moved to what's called a sodyba. Sodyba is like you could call it like a garden house sort of thing. Usually it's like brick built or timber built house, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Well, our one is anyway. And well, here's the pond behind me, and it's this one's pretty crazy. It's got, well, maybe not crazy, but it's loads of frogs. And frogs, they make a very strange sound, especially when they're loud. I don't know if you can see them there. Little green things. There we go. Move around, so it's very nice. And we're kind of in an area where there isn't many cars passing by. There's a road, it's a gravel road. So when it's very dry, it makes loads of dirt flying around. But there's not many cars, maybe one car an hour we get. But this property's not really been maintained recently. So you can see this grass is literally the size, almost the size of me, and I'm about 180 centimeters, so that's about 5'10". So this has got about seven acres of land, about 2.5 hectares. Most of it is just grass and brush like this. It's a bit dramatic. So I've had this problem where I need to kind of maintain this while dealing with everything else. Immigrating to Lithuania takes a lot of time and effort. We come here partly because we're looking after a family member, so that's also very time consuming as well. So trying to figure out how to deal with this grass while doing everything else has been difficult. So if you've got any suggestions, please put it into, this is the grass height, this is crazy, put it into the comment section. I'm kind of leaning towards some sort of sit-on tractor as a temporary thing. This is not something that Liberseed is, or I'm kind of idolized to do, but to do 7 acres of grass like this by hand, I've been siphoning away, so like you can see these paths here. I'll explain this burn pile here. I've been siphoning away. That's been quite fun. We've got a barn here. This is quite a big barn. Very old-fashioned. I love this wooden log design. How they used to make it. Honestly, trying to pull some of this stuff apart that they've built. Just the pens inside of the barn. The construction is completely different to what you get these days. Like, I'll show you. One of the things that I want to do is everything is maintained by animals. So all this grass eventually, in a few years' time, it'll all be eaten by animals. So this is my first little geese hut. Now we're not really ready for loads of animals. Like, to be honest, 7 acres, 4 to 6 sheep could probably maintain it, eat it all, destroy all of it. But yeah, so this is my first. Wow, there we go. Nothing special. This timber just came from the barn, all of it. So here's I'm just showing you around a little bit. Here's a well. Now this fascinates me. Absolutely love it. It's quite deep. I'm a bit concerned about putting my phone over the top. Obviously, wells are supposed to be deep. But it's put the bucket on, rotate the lever, and then you lift it back up, and you get your water. This water has not been used like everything else, and it's very dirty. It's got loads of slugs in it. It's had mice in it, etc., etc. So we can't use that water yet. We're going to need to get, this property's not got any sewage lines, any water lines. It does have electricity, which has been very useful. Obviously, when you start moving to a more self-sufficient lifestyle, you can't just go from, you know, your normal city life, give it all up, move to an off-grid area, or much more rural, or less off-grid, whatever you want to call it, and then think that you're going to survive and think that you're going to be okay, because the change itself is going to be dramatic. In my case, I'm changing country, changing everything. And like I showed you, to maintain this area is just going to be too much. So you're going to have to do it in phases. This is going to be like a 7-year, 5 to 7 year probably project of decreasing my reliance on the systems, where I'm producing all my own food, where to the point where we could probably have like horses for some sort of local transportation. We're going to be building a massive greenhouse, probably over that area there, and then we'll have a greenhouse that's about maybe 7 meters wide by about 15 meters long. That should be able to produce a lot of food and then grow root vegetables like potatoes and carrots, etc. outside. This is the sound of those frogs. That's just, honestly, the first time I walked this way and I was listening to it, I thought there was 2 animals fighting. I was a little bit concerned of what I was going to walk into. I actually called my wife over for backup. It's a bit silly. With the grass being this long as well, there's so many flies, and it's hyper annoying when they're buzzing in my ears. It does my nuts in. So yeah, so we'll have animals. We should be getting some geese soon. And again, we're obviously going to have to buy things and build it as we go. You can't move off grid and then not have seeds to grow things, or trees to plant, etc., etc. This is, if you can see in the back area, just there, here, there's bee houses. They used to have loads of bees here, and obviously that's for honey. They had about seven or 8 bee houses, and I'd like to put them back in, because honey was one of the sources that they used for sweetness, etc. Back in the day. And bees in Lithuania are kind of considered like a delicatessen, you know. It's like one of the country animals, if you like. All this wood here, all of that, if you can see, all this come from inside the barn, and then I probably burnt roughly about the same amount as well, all inside this barn here. So yeah, this is the start of the Liberseed mission, and what we achieve during this is going to be exciting. It's going to teach me a lot, and hopefully this will include other people. This is not just me and my little local family. There's a car going past. We don't have many cars go past, maybe 1 an hour, which is quite nice. But you can really hear sound travel so far. Lithuania is very flat. Where we came from, Wales, is much more mountainous, or hills, if you live somewhere with big mountains. But yeah, this is good. This is a good start. This is the size the property's able, because if you go beyond about 7 to 9 acres, it's really difficult without machinery to start dealing with everything. So 7 acres is roughly the sweet spot, and you can maintain it all via your own hands. This is another shed, broken windows. You can see there's all very more windows. This is the house. I'm going to need to renovate the whole interior. Sorry, I keep going off at a tangent. So the property doesn't have any water pipes, no plumbing, no nothing. So we need a septic tank. We need a very deep borehole. It's probably going to be about 40 meters. Anywhere that, any depth that we actually reach fresh water. I think it's called an aquifer, maybe. But we're going to have that electronically pumped, and then a septic tank that will degrade itself. Human waste actually has all the necessary bacteria, so when it goes in, all it needs is air and aerobically kind of digests itself almost, which is pretty fantastic. So we're going to put that on the property as well, and then we'll have fire for heating. We'll try and grow a willow farm. That will happen in the fall, in autumn. We'll plant a huge willow farm in which we can harvest about five years after. We'll have it on a rotation, so every year we harvest like 1/5 of the willow forest. And yeah, it's there's a lot of work to do, but this is all I'm going to be doing. So it's looking up. Any suggestions what you guys want to see me do specifically? Anything you want me to build? I'm going to try and film as much as possible, but it is so busy. There's so much to do. I kind of get carried away with doing it. I'm enjoying it. So I don't use my phone much, which is nice. And yeah, that's it. That's over and out. That's part 1. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure.